Greetings, this is Pastor Carlin Hours here at First Lutheran. This is our Common Sense Theology, the Thinking Christian. We are so glad you're with us. Excuse me. Want to talk to you about God and Hurricane Helene. There's a lot of stuff going around that the government controls this and they got lasers and all this stuff. Stay away from these kooks. All right, no, the government, who do you think the government is that they can actually control a storm? They ain't got that much power. They're pretty powerful, but they don't have that much power. They control the weather. Yes, there is cloud seeding and things like that. That's not controlling the weather. That might be an attempt to try to do it. But let's understand something. This was not even an act of God. God put things in play when he created the world. Let's take gravity, for instance. Now, God created gravity, so he could suspend it if he would like, but it is something that he put in play, and he generally doesn't mess with gravity. And if you don't believe me, we do have a very nice steeple here at the church. You are more than welcome to climb up on that steeple and see if you can disprove gravity, God's laws. He put things into place. He put weather in place. He did these things, and the weather just does what it does, unless now God could intervene if he really wanted to, but he generally doesn't. So the next time you hear somebody saying, oh, the government didn't know it. Yes, God created weather, and he gave us these systems and these other things. The currents, the moon controls things. You know, there are natural things. Go to some science places and look. Science in the Bible can line up perfectly well. But there were a lot of people want to say, what's an act of God? Okay. Jesus says to some, they said, why was this man blind? Was it, why did God make him blind? And Jesus said, you misunderstand. God didn't make this man blind. He was just blind because this is the way the world is. And he says, there were some people at a place called Corzine where they were building a tower. And the tower tipped over, I guess bad engineering, tipped over and fell, and I can't remember how many, it was in the teens, people killed. He said, you think there are worse sinners than anybody in this world? A lot of people say, that's why that storm went up there, to get those people up there in the Carolinas and Georgia and up them mountain people, they're being mean. No. Jesus says, you think they're sinners and that's why it happened? No. He says, bad stuff happens. He said, bad stuff happens. He said, you think those people that tower fell on were the bad people? No. He said, it just happens. Things happen. Jesus said, things happen. We need to understand that things happen in this world. This world is set up by God, but he placed rules in order. Again, gravity, other things. And he's not changing that for anybody. It rains on the just and the unjust. There are just people there, and there are people who are mean. It happened. And now where God is in the response, what you and I do. So I pray that you and I will help these people because they need help, and I know many of you are, and I thank you for that. And we need to continue to help with the response, because this is not even a few weeks, not even a month or two. This is years. And I pray today that God will bless and keep you this day and always. Amen.